Okay, so this is a video for anyone having issues with their heater in their 87 to 1991 Toyota Camry. This is a car I've been working on, and there's been an intermittent issue with the heat going away and coming back with the electronic controls. On this one there's a rheostat that's located right here. It goes back and forth, and it's on the front of this here, which I removed. There it is. There it goes back and forth. It's the sliding rheostat which gets voltage and reduces it and sends it back to the servo, which opens up the heater door and allows heat to go from the blower fan through the heater core and to warm the cabin. Now, what I figured out on this particular one was that the rheostat wasn't the problem, and you could check that. You could check to see if the rheostat is actually having some sort of fallout, like intermittence, by getting your DVOM and setting it to the continuity right there. It's gonna make noise when you touch the two leads together. So there's, and then you want to test these two pins here, top and bottom, on the far right. I'm just going to demonstrate where they are so you can do this yourself once you get this out. It's been like really hard on finding on the internet. So it's this one here, there, and the one directly above it. One's power, one's ground for the actual rheostat on the front. So again, it's right there. Kind of hard to tell, but the first two on this side on the right. Again, because the only place I found this online was one website on a Toyota Nation, so it's that one there and the one directly above it. So if you put these two leads there, positive there, negative there, it's going to allow you to check the rheostat in front. And so what you're going to see, I'll try to do this, well, it's not easy at all to do it on here, but let's see if I can get, so here's this. It's really hard to do this without a freaking tripod. But someone had to make this video because this has been like an ongoing issue for me for a while now, and someone's got to do it at this point. So right now they're connected. Okay. And again, my rheostat's fine, so I just want to show you what it should look like as it goes through the cold and hot portion of it. So that's all the way cold, so it's open circuit. As I go towards the heat side, it's going to drop in voltage, I think. Yeah. So this is reverse polarity right now, so let's see if I get the here. Okay. Crap, this is really hard to do right now. It's filming and everything. Okay, so there's just I don't know. You get the point. So what I did is I just ran the continuity tester through those same connectors I showed you right now, and just went to the front of the rheostat and manually moved it myself back and forth. And that typically is a reason for electronics to go bad, is just things that are contacts and they're constantly moving and being used over the years. But in this one, I had some sort of break in this here. Maybe it's not a break, it's just some sort of, I haven't completely figured it out yet, but I did take it out and take this out of this housing here. I took this out of this housing and basically reconnected these connectors to the back of the harness on the harness inside the car, turned it on, and it worked fine. So as I moved it around, as I moved this back and forth, being connected to the harness still, this portion was able to move, And I think that's actually what's been causing the heater door to not open and make me freeze, just have no heat. So it wasn't the rheostat in my case. And on the part of actually getting this out of this housing, it's kind of tricky, because you have a little clip here that needs to be pushed out right there to allow one of these clips on the circuit board to pop up. And then don't forget this also to remove. Sorry about that. To remove this from the front of the. Shh, guys. To remove this from the front of the rheostat, the temperature selector. Get that off, and then you just have to do a little bit of careful prying around the edges of here, from the back side of here, like right here. Pop that up a little bit, pop that up, and there's several screws that go around the perimeter of the circuit board itself also. They need to come out, obviously, and two more that are right here, they need to come out. So once you do that, you can test it if you need to actually get this removed. But more so than not, or it should be a lot easier to actually just get the whole thing out and not take this out, and actually just like I said, test those two connectors there to see if you have a good connection there. But if you don't, remove it from the housing, take it back to your car, get this part connected back up, and careful because it's pretty delicate, but just kind of wiggle the face around like this, just gently, while you should have heat going, and you could hear the servo motor actually open up and close up, and you hear the difference in the sound of the airflow as you move this while it's connected. And you'll know, well, hey, the servo's actually working, because all of a sudden you get a rush of good heat coming through, as long as the car is decently warmed up. As far as getting this part out, and I'm sorry I'm kind of doing this a little backwards, but on the actual car, before you even able to take anything off, directly above here on the dash is two screws that come out directly above here. You can't see them where you're sitting inside the vehicle, but there's two screws, one on each side here, that both need to come out, and there's then you can kind of tug on this front face like cover that's it makes the aesthetics feel nice for the heater unit and the radio below. So you just kind of tug on that, and there's two clips below right here that will pop out, and then you got to kind of just kind of work the whole thing out just carefully and evenly, and you get the front cover off. And then once you have that front cover off, you have access to the 4 mounting screws that go here, and then down the bottom there, and down the bottom there. It's real easy to come out. And then once you get that, you just have the harness to disconnect off the back. I just wanted to make this video because it's, if you've got one of these heaters, they typically have issues, and it's not necessarily a bad heater core or anything like that for your car. This one's an 88 I'm working on, and it's the heater's fine. So I just basically got to work out the issue with the the continuity issue, just having no power to the servo motor, because this thing thinks it's an open loop, and there's no it thinks I want the cold air, not the hot air, because there's no voltage reading to the servo that's opening the door for the heater. So I hope this covered some good stuff for these Toyotas, and if you have any questions about it, let me know. Yeah, and I hope you get your heater working, because this one's working good now. Thank you.